Alright, well, welcome everyone to another video on Neriva TV. This one is a bit different because it's gonna be more serious rather than humorous or whatever, however you see my videos. This is a video where I just basically talk about Bethesda and my place in the whole situation. So, before I start into this, I'm just gonna address who I am first and how I started playing Bethesda games. So, it was in 2013 that I first played Skyrim, which was the first Bethesda game that I played, and it was really a good experience. The first time I played it, I didn't really like it that much because it was very complicated. There was a lot of things to do, many quests, and I was very lost, and I didn't quite develop video game taste back then. I was 13 years old and I played basically whatever I had. It was in 2015 where I built my first computer, that I downloaded Skyrim on the computer. It was a Steam sale, I still remember, and then I installed a bunch of mods, and then more mods, and then even more mods, and eventually, I was gonna say Fallout, Skyrim became my favorite video game of all time because of how, I don't know, how great it is to have like an open world like that, do whatever you want. At first I didn't like it because it was very overwhelming, but then there were so many things that I learned about it. It was one of the, if not the greatest gaming experience that I've ever had. It was thanks to that I started liking open world RPG games, and when Fallout 4 came out, there was a Steam sale for Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and that's where I picked both of them up. I was planning to buy Fallout 4 on the computer as well, but my computer wasn't strong enough, and I had to upgrade it in order to play Fallout 4. So I was like, hey, whatever, let's play this, the other two games that are a lot cheaper, and I can also play them on my computer. So I played Fallout 3, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I finished it in 24 hours, like exactly 24 hours. That's what it said on my Steam thing, and it was really, really fun. It was a really great experience. I played it when at the Christmas break, and it was also my birthday, and it was the best birthday I've ever had. I remember I was playing Fallout 3, and I cried at the end, and it was really, really good. It was a really good experience. Then I tried Fallout New Vegas, didn't like it, whatever. The year after, I tried Fallout New Vegas again. Fell in love with it. Again, really good. I know it's not Bethesda, but it's still a Bethesda style kind of game. It's kind of different from Fallout 3 and Skyrim because it's Obsidian that made it, so like it's more choices. There are more choices based around it, but yeah, I liked it too. I liked it a lot. And then I finally upgraded my computer. I got a job, and I bought a good graphics card along with a good processor, and I changed all of that, and boom, I was able to play Fallout 4. Fallout 4 was a really good game. I liked it a lot. I played it in 2016. I remember it was 2016 that I played it, a year after its release, because I wasn't able to play it at its release. And that is when 2016 is when I started watching the live streams for E3. And I believe the 2016 one was pretty good. They announced the DLC for Fallout, and that's pretty much it. That's all I remember from it. I think that was it. Anyway, 2017. 2017 was a rough year for Bethesda.
Welcome everyone to Bethesda LAN 2017. Yes, Bethesda LAN. A place of adventure, innovation, wonderment, but above all else, fun. To get things started, please welcome Bethesda's Global Vice President of PR and Marketing, Pete Hines.
Pretty rough. The E3 showcase didn't really showcase much. There was just games from Bethesda Softworks, not Bethesda Game Studios, which some people were expecting, but hey, whatever. That was fine. But they announced something that proved their greediness, and that is the Creation Club, which is basically content that we can get for free that we have to pay for. I honestly didn't really care about it when I first saw it. I was like, okay, whatever. Some people will pay for it, like PS4 people who cannot have mods on PS4. Hey, they're gonna buy it. They're gonna be okay with it. But then the overpriced mods were also a problem, and but people didn't really care. I mean, they cared a lot about it, but not as much as now. The overpriced things for Fallout and Skyrim weren't that big a deal back then. And then came this year's E3, 2018, and this year's E3 was amazing. It was the best E3 showcase I've ever seen. I also saw the one for Fallout 4 back then, but I didn't see it live. But when I saw this one live, it was really good how they announced Fallout 76, and they made it look really good. They got me really excited, and then the game came out. And it was not that good. Not that good. A lot of people had the beta. I purchased mine after the beta was done, so I couldn't get to play it. I would have returned it, honestly, if I still had the chance, but hey, I have like 20 hours in it, maybe a bit more. I kind of enjoyed the time I played, not as much as I would have another BGS title. But yeah, Fallout 76 wasn't really great. It was basically, it felt exactly like Fallout 4, just laggier. Fallout 4 was already laggy the way it was, for me at least, on PC, and I had a pretty good PC. It was above the recommended specs, and I still had problems with Fallout 4, probably mainly because of the mods. But hey, whatever, I do not play Bethesda games without mods, except Fallout 76, but that's because it's literally impossible. So yeah, I tried to play it, and it wasn't really great. It wasn't fun. But I really didn't care that much. I was like, okay, I paid $80 for it, because I'm in Canada, so like, US pays 60, but in our currency, it's 80 Canadian dollars, that's what I meant. So I paid $80 for it, not a big deal. Whatever, it's just a game, I didn't like it. Hey, it's not that bad. It's not a big deal. But then Bethesda kept ruining things with the Atomic Shop, that are basically things that you can get in Fallout 4 for free, that are added in Fallout 4 for free, and then they added that in Fallout 76, but you have to pay for them. And then they added more things, which are also Fallout 76 assets, and that's pretty bad. And the prices, again, as I mentioned for Creation Club, are ridiculous. You would pay $5 for a hat in the game, or for an emote. It's really mind-boggling when you think about it, and it's really not good. It's not very consumer-friendly, and people don't really like it. But honestly, I don't care that much. But I know I've seen people on YouTube just ranting about it and how the prices for the things are really, really bad. And that's when they actually started caring more and more about the microtransaction prices, as opposed to the Creation Club that was completely like separate from the game, where the Atomic Shop is more like in the game, because some people will have those items inside of the game and you might not, and it would still affect you for not playing. Not really, because it's all customization items, but still. So yeah, after that they released the, what was it? It was like a special edition Fallout. Anyway, it cost like $200 and it was very expensive, but people ordered a power armor helmet, a map, some other stuff that I don't remember, and a bag. People were promised a good canvas bag. Like, it was advertised in the photos, and I'll have a photo right here to show it. Many of you already know what I'm talking about, but hey, I'm just like summarizing everything up for people who might not. Oops, I just hit the mic, I'm sorry. For people who might not, and then I'm gonna give my opinion on it. This video is not really like organized, but hey, whatever. Yeah, so they were promised this, and they got this instead. A nylon shitty bag. And you know what they got in compensation for this? $5 worth of customization items, meaning a hat. You can basically buy a hat or an emote. But then Bethesda was like, okay, whatever, we don't want to get sued, so we're just gonna give them the bag that we advertised, even though we might lose some profits. But hey, They have enough profits. They're fucking Bethesda. Doesn't matter that much. Screw them. And then also, they leaked personal information for the buyers of the bag, which was also a problem. It wasn't. I wouldn't blame it on them. I mean, yeah, incompetence. I wouldn't blame a malicious intent for that, because I'm pretty sure it was an accident. And also there was what came after. There was something else that came after that I was like, okay, oh yeah, the illegal marketing scheme of saying that a price is on sale when it's actually it never was on sale for the base price. And they say it's 50% off, but actually it was never 100% off. So basically 50% off is 100% off, which is misleading and illegal. Yeah, that was, maybe I hope they change it for their own sake, because that's not only being assholes, it's also whatever. So Bethesda Game Studio was my favorite video game company. I would say that it still is, because I like the games of their past. I like their games of the past, even though I didn't like Fallout 76 that much. And I really hope that it's just a flip, like they just like fell down the stairs and they hit their head really, really hard, but they're gonna get back up, hopefully. Maybe with Starfield, hopefully. And I really hope, okay, if Starfield is a flop, it's a new thing. I don't care that much, but I want Elder Scrolls 6 to be good. And I really want it to be good. Like, better than Skyrim. That's how good I want it to be. I wouldn't put my hopes that high. I mean, I wouldn't put my expectations that high. I'll put my hopes that high. But it's also for them, because they might redeem themselves by releasing a really good game after they release that piece of shit. So I'm just saying it would be really be good for them, for both Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 to be good, but Starfield's not that big of a stretch. I don't care that much about it because I have no connection to it yet, but I'll still probably give it a try when it comes out. Doesn't really matter, it's in 3 years. But for now, I'm just saying, okay, so this is my message to Bethesda. I am a consumer. I'm an average consumer. I do make videos on the internet about it, but it's not like I'm getting paid, sponsorships. I'm not being careful about what I say, because what I say is basically only my opinion, and it will not affect me in any way, since this is not my job. From the consumer, deep down, I would say that Bethesda's not doing really good, and I'm not really happy with their product and services, and it's just their marketing schemes are really, really wrong, and I don't think this is how Bethesda should operate. Bethesda used to be the gods. Bethesda used to be like the one, the video game company that's on top of EA, on top of Ubisoft, on top of everyone else, because they were listening to the fans, and they were doing whatever we wanted. And yeah, but the problem is now is that they're really, really greedy, selfish, and I don't think that's good for them. I don't think that's good for the future of the company. Maybe it's good for now. Maybe they're making like extra profits for now on the short term, but I don't think that people will still buy their products if they continue this way. And I'm saying, Bethesda, if you want to, I know you're not gonna listen to a guy who gets like 40 views on a video, but it would really be important for you to listen to the fans, and to listen and to listen. Yeah, exactly. So I have really deep connection to your product, Bethesda. Let me just see. This is my home. It's my second home. I hope it doesn't fall. Don't ruin it. Please. It's really important to me. And not only to me. There are a lot of people, there are millions of players that love your games, and they consider them their home, as me. I really hope that Bethesda will get back on their feet, and they will realize what I've done. They don't need to apologize. Screw it. I just hope they learn the lesson, and that they will become the company that I fell in love with, because I care about their products. I really do care for both Elder Scrolls and Fallout. I mean, I care more about Elder Scrolls 6 than I care for any Fallout because I just loved Skyrim that much. So Bethesda, please be careful for both you and us, the consumers. Hope you had a good run, a good greedy run, but it's not gonna last. It's not long term. You're thinking really short term for now, and I do not believe that is what your company needs and also what we want. So be careful with that. Other than that, thank you for watching.